Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be in my dining room getting my table done. The first thing I want to do is the centerpiece, so let's get started. The first thing I've done is added my little box here, and I'm going to be adding a rooster and some fall foliage next. This is the rooster that I'm using, and I had to elevate him up, so I just have an old cardboard box in there to make him be higher. And the next thing I'm going to be adding is some fall foliage picks. I added 5 different picks in here, and then I want to add 2 other picks that have some pip berries and some acorns on them. I added one of them on each side, and now I'm going to add 3 pumpkins on each corner. I'm going to do a buffalo check, a white, and an orange. Alright, so that is all I'm going to do for the box. Now I want to add some candlesticks on each side of the box. I'm going to back up the camera just a little bit so we can finish off this centerpiece. Here are the candlesticks that I'm using. I think they coordinate really well with the box. And I'm going to be putting some metal pumpkins on here, but we need to dress them up just a little bit first. So here is one of the metal pumpkins. I have 2 of these. I got these from Home Goods many years ago. And I just made a messy bow here. And I'm just gonna attach it on. So I have extra wire here. All right, so there we go. And these are gonna be placed on top of the candlesticks. All right, so here is my centerpiece. This is all I'm going to do. Now I want to go ahead and add my plates. I'm going to be using white, black, and orange. And I also have a DIY napkin ring. The first thing I've added is my chargers, and this even blends well with the box and the candlesticks. And the next is my chalkboard looking plates that came from Pier 1. So we need some black in here. Now we need some orange. And the last plate is my burnt orange plates that are also from Pier 1. Now we need to put the napkins on. So let's check out how I made my napkin ring first, then we'll see how it looks on the table. Alright, let's get started on the DIY napkin rings. Everything here is something that I already have on hand. I love to use the used toilet paper rolls for my napkin rings. And this is some ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm also using these black leaves that came off of some Halloween picks. I need to cut them a little bit smaller. And then these pumpkins came off of a really large pumpkin pick that I have. These I'm going to have to cut a little flatter, so I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and cut a little bit off the back, and they will get painted white. So I've cut a couple of these already, and I need to go ahead and get the rest of them cut. Now all I do is I put the ribbon on the rolls here, and I just mark 3 spots, and then I just cut the best I can. You're going to be covering this up anyway, so they don't have to be perfect. And you could also cut these a little bit shorter if you wanted to. So I'm going to go ahead and get these finished up. And then I will be hot gluing the ribbon to these. Now I've cut all of my ribbon to the length that I need, and I just hot glue it in 2 spots. I'd like to just hot glue it initially here, stick it on, and then I'm going to roll it tightly, and then I'm going to put a little bit more glue along here. And I'm going to be using this for the front where the seam is, because I have that leaf and it's going to cover the seam. Normally I keep it in the back. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of them done. I really wish I could go this fast. I sped this up here. These really don't take that long to do. The most time consuming was painting the pumpkins because they were so orange. I had to use 5 coats of white paint. I guess I should have spray painted them. Now I have the leaves here, and I've cut one down. This is about the size that I need, so I'm just going to use it as a pattern. I just have my pinking shears because they already had the pinking shears on there, so I might as well use it. And I'm just going to cut along on each side here. And then I want to cut this little piece off too because I don't need that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of them cut here real quick. Now you can use any kind of leaf that you want. You might even have a smaller leaf. This is the only ones I had. So unfortunately they're just a little too big. And I'm going to be hot gluing these on to the napkin rings on a bit of an angle. All right, there's the last one. So I'm just going to put some hot glue on here in the center part on a little bit of an angle here. I'm going to press it down, hold it down there, and I'm going to have to tack it down on the ends here on each side, just so it will stay flat. And I do like how the napkin rings are sticking out on each end. So I'm going to keep them that way. It's not like they have to stand up. All right, let's go ahead and get the rest of them done here real quick. I know they're kind of looking a little bit Halloween-y, but I'm actually doing more of a farmhouse style with them because I am using that black, white, and orange in there. But you could make them more Halloweenish here. You could put some of that mesh ribbon from the Dollar Tree. All right, so I have cut one of these here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of them cut. And when you use an X-Acto knife with small items, do go slowly. Take your time. I definitely do because I am really a big klutz, so don't want to cut myself here. And I thought about using my styrofoam cutter, but again, I thought this is okay to do this. Now I have sped it up here, and I would like to report that I got all these done without cutting myself. All right, so when these are all cut up, I'm actually going to put them on little sticks so I can just paint them that way because they are so small. It'd be a little too messy try to paint them holding them. So what I like to do is take an old piece of styrofoam and stick things in there, just using my white paint. And I am going to be painting the stems too. I think I'm going to use that terracotta color. They are brown right now, and the stems aren't going to show up on the black leaf, so. I'll go ahead and get my first coat on here. I know this is going to take several coats to cover this orange. I could have kept them orange, but I really wanted the pumpkins to be white instead. I'll get one coat on these last two. Then I'll let them dry and continue on with my other coats. And while I'm letting these dry, I had another idea. I have this little buffalo check ribbon from the Dollar Tree I've had for many years, and I felt it needed some more. So I'm just going to tack it on here and attach it underneath the leaves. a little bit more glue there. Alright, so I'm going to finish the rest of these, and once the pumpkins are dry, I'm going to hot glue them on. So I have all these done, and the pumpkins are dry. I painted the stems with the terracotta. Now I'm just going to put a lot of hot glue on here. I'm going to put the pumpkin on a little bit of an angle. Let's go ahead and get the rest of them done here. And I'm also going to make some little bows here. I thought it needed something else. This is just a little black and white polka dot sheer ribbon that I have. It took a little while to make these little teeny tiny bows. Just hot gluing them on and trimming them, tucking it down, and then get them all done. It'll be ready to use. Alright, so just using some buffalo check napkins. Like that. Get my cute napkin ring. Slide it on. And it is ready to go onto the plates. Alright, that is all I'm going to be doing on here. I'm going to grab some silverware, get my silverware on, and I'm going to put some glasses on here. Then we will go around the table and the whole dining room to see how it looks all together. Alright, my sweet friends, that's going to do it for the video today. I hope that you enjoyed it and I could give you some ideas on how to decorate your table for fall. So now I have all my fall decorating done on the inside. I still need to do my front porch. It's so tiny, I haven't figured out what to do with it. But that hopefully will be coming up next week. I might try to work on it this weekend. I'm also thinking about doing a little bit of my glam Halloween in here. And that might be in about a week and a half possibly. I want to wish everybody a very wonderful weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.